They'll be calling you a radical, so the assassination ABE has got me so rattled. I know how this played out World War I with the Browning gun, Black Hand. So how is this possible? You're talking one of the most controversial, powerful people on earth. A guy stands right behind him with a double-barreled freaking homemade shotgun for how long? And is it possible? You're telling me there's no detail security? The Wattis Art School. I mean, I'm blown away. Literally. So, you're talking one of the most powerful, controversial men in world history. Fukushima. The cover-up of Fukushima, nobody on earth knows more about what really happened and what is happening than ABE. Nobody. When people get older, I guess they can talk. So, I know how World War I played out. I grew up in Ogden. The Browning gun, yeah. In Sarajevo, I mean, it's scarier. How is it humanly possible? The Wattis School, GE, who built the reactors at Fukushima, Japan. I went to that school. I didn't graduate there. I graduated over there at the School of Business. How is it possible? How is this even possible? That you're talking one of the most powerful men in the world is giving a speech and a guy just walks up with a double-barreled. You can see the video and the pictures. He's standing there for how long? Within 15, 30 feet of him with a double-barreled homemade shotgun. You can obviously see it. You're telling me that one of the most powerful men in the world, one of the most controversial men on the face of the earth has no security detail? The whole thing stinks to me. It stinks. And he walks up to him point blank and blows him away with it. Oh my God. You're talking one of the most controversial men you're talking one of the most powerful men in world history. Fukushima. His whole rank, I know the prime minister that was prime minister when it happened that was forced out. I talked to him multiple times in San Diego. And Khan, I saw this last night. He said he'd been shot. I'm like, what? And then, as the night played out, I couldn't sleep all night. And I'm like, no, with a double barrel, this is impossible. This can't happen. Nobody on earth knows more about the Fukushima cover-up and what really happened on earth than ABE. As people get older, do they talk? How is it possible there's no security detail? How is there no... You're talking one of the most powerful men in the world, and this guy's able to walk up to him? I don't know, but it's a crazy story that I would have never dreamed it in a million years. I always thought that ABE, as he got older, would maybe talk and spill the beans somewhat. He toted the line like no other. But remember, this is important. When he first came to the United States, he came to Harvard. Then he slipped over to MIT Media Lab. Why would we go to MIT Media Lab? Okay, then he went to Stanford. All right, with Obama. But remember, I asked Trump if he was going to talk about Fukushima. I was at the White House the night Trump was elected. I took the bus in the middle of the night into New York. ABE flew from Japan because I'm sure he thought Hillary was going to win. And he had her, because she was the Secretary of State when Fukushima happened. And so he was right there. He's the first one. Remember, he brought him the gold driver? That's on Election Day. ABE meets with Trump. ABE met with Trump 17 times. Remember when Trump got inaugurated and they flew to Mar-a-Lago? Who's he with there? ABE. Remember they blacked out all the windows? Wouldn't allow any media? What the hell? We still to this day don't know what happened inside there. He met with Trump 17 times. I have my theories, but nobody has the first-hand knowledge of what really happened, which I consider the greatest event in human history. I also consider it the greatest crime in human history is the cover-up of Fukushima. Nobody has more of a first-hand account than ABE. Nobody. And he is so controversial. You know, I have lots of connections in Japan. You know, the State Secrets Act of ABE, you know, it's people have no clue how controversial the whole nuclear energy agenda is over there. You know, well, here too, but and he is murdered like this. Is that even possible? You know, we'll never know his side of this story. Now, we'll never know. We'll never know. I think it's extremely sad. I think it's horribly sad. You know, he was the cover-up kingpin. How is it humanly? You're one of the most powerful men in world history, at least modern world history, post Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I mean, one of the most controversial people in the world. And a guy's able to walk up behind you with a double-barrel shotgun, stand there for how long, and just walk up and point him. Is that possible? You can't tell me there's not serious security detail on him in Japan. I don't know, man. It gives me the creeps to think none of us are safe. None of us are safe. You know? It's very sad, I think. I think it's horrible. As you know, I don't believe in any kind of violence. I always say, let God sort it all out. You know, but... And the media's not going to use the F word, Fukushima. And I could prove how they covered it up. When, by the way, there's a Putin crony in his cabinet come out yesterday, and said that they want to take Alaska back someday. When it looked like Putin was going to blow the big Z and or Chernobyl, and people were really nervous in February this year, which I reported right there at the Water School of Business. Headline story. Headline. USA Today. Putin taking over, occupying. Could be Fukushima-style event. Fukushima-style. They all act like they don't know. And nobody's going to use the F word. How is this humanly possible that there's no security detail on ABE? You're talking one of the most powerful people in the world. One of the most common. And this guy is... It's heartbreaking. We'll never know his story now, will we? We'll never know if he's... You know, he was getting older, and I always thought as he got older, you know, he was in pretty good shape. He had some issues, but, you know, we know a lot of the Japanese can be lived very old. And I thought, well, at some point, we'll find out. We'll never know now, will we? Huh. It's rattled me. I'll tell you what, it seriously blows my mind. It seriously rattles me to no end. Well, none of us are safe. Karen Silkwood, none of us are safe now. Anybody that has any knowledge on Fukushima or whatever, I mean, when they can take a guy like this out, is it even possible? I mean, I don't see how it is possible. Where was the security detail? You've seen the pictures, you've seen the videos, and, you know, it blows my mind that the video content's even out there. Hell, NPR had it up. You know, I think it's incredibly sad. You know, and I understand he was mentally delusionary, but I don't know. We know who ran the cleanup of Fukushima. So-called homeless, distraught people that owned the mob money. We know the mob ran that shit, the Japanese mob. And so, here at the Water School of Business, we built the nuclear reactors at Fukushima. I used to teach it. The whole thing's got me rattled. How is it possible? You know, and I think it's heartbreaking. I don't believe in violence. I don't care who you are. I don't believe in any of it. You know, his orchestrating the cover-up, State Secrets Act, all of it. You know my theories on it. You've heard it a million times, but I wouldn't wish anything like that on my worst enemy. I just don't see how it's possible. I don't see how it's possible that he was not protected. Where was the security detail? For whom the bell tolls.